And I'm really excited about this one. I have a new toy and I get to play with it now. But it has a bunch. Oh my. Oops. Look at that cute little yellow heart. I felt like my life was over for a split second there. Okie pokey weirdos, I'm Rev. And I actually own 2 small businesses. Also, I have a big box of goodies to share with you because I'm doing a huge shop update and I bought all the things so that we could get this update going. If you'd like to see all the things I bought for this year for my small business, stick around. And welcome to my world of cosplay shenaniganery. My first small business is Reverie Cosplay 98 LLC, the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. This business is mostly my personal cosplay YouTube channel, but I also sell keychains and pins through this business. And I'm really excited about this one. I have a new toy and I get to play with it now. I bought a thermal printer. I have a massive monster of a printer that I use to scan in my EVA foam, PDF, and sewing patterns. But this, since it's thermal, it's not going to take all that extra money with ink, and it's going to be a lot faster and simpler than trying to get the giant printer set up every single time. The giant printer will still be for scans and printing off big things, but this cutie will be for printing off little labels and will be a replacement for my handwriting because I've gotten some complaints that my handwriting is not the best. This will be a lot more legible. Let's go play with this now! Oops. One of the things I ordered was a whole bunch of nerdy charms. They're magically delicious. When buying these keychains for myself, I would often redecorate them because I found them super boring. So I sell them like this. Because this was something that I always wanted for myself, to be a little more extra with my keychains, as well as my friends were also enjoying the keychains when I would make those for them. In seeing how much people liked them, I went ahead and started selling them on Etsy. However, Etsy's kind of fallen off of the boat at this point for small businesses. So you can hang out with me on this channel or over on my website for these charms. With these charms, I also like to take them off of the little dinky doodads that they come with, and I turn them into earrings, necklaces, and pins. Lots of fun stuff with these guys. And for making pins, I bought a bunch of these. They're the backings to go onto the pins. I do use them to make the acrylic keychains into pins, but also I got these that I turn into pins, as well as all of these. These are all iron-on patches that I glue down to poster board, cut those out real nice and pretty, and then cover the backs of these in UV resin, and we have waterproof, adorable little pins because I'm always sad when I have to iron on or stitch on one of these, and then it has to stay on my bag forever, essentially. I really like to change out my doodads on my backpack, so this makes that more accessible. All of these little guys are charms from decorating nails to putting charms in slime or decorating your phone. I wanted a bunch of these on my backpack, so I turned them into pins and then thought, hey, I can turn this into a sensory board. I want to play with this all day. And to go with the iron-ons that I already showed you that I've already glued down, I went thrifting. This box was only $2, and I'm not exactly sure how many are left in here because things were falling out. This box is not in great shape, but it has a bunch. Oh my. It has a bunch of iron-ons in there for $2. It's a lot of butterflies and bees and little hearts. I have a blue one and hair. That's my brother's hair. So thanks to the magic of thrifting, I'll be able to make plenty more iron-ons into pins. And now I have to clean this up. I'm in a mess. The next item that I bought, a kitchen scale. But I got the cute one. It's pink and it has a heart, so it could go more with the aesthetic of my business. My second business is Costume Creative Studios. That's where the ears are coming from. With Costume Creative Studios, I have my costume commissions, but those are a little more difficult for the average person to afford because they normally go $600 and up. So I make these ears as well as tails to go with them for that business. And when I'm shipping things, I need to weigh them to put on the label how heavy they are. We don't usually see those anymore. This was the scale I originally had for that job, but it got a whole bunch of water dumped on it, and it already had issues when I got it. It had trouble weighing things before the water. After the water, it had trouble weighing anything that was under 4 ounces. Therefore, we have the new kitchen scale. It's cute, it's aesthetic, and hopefully this one will work better than the waterlogged one. It actually works. This is 5 ounces. Yay! I also got this cutting mat because I like to use cutting mats for product photos, but this is my old one. It's really beat up and it needed to be updated. This one also works really well for product photos because it is my aesthetic colors for the brands. Also, when I went thrifting yesterday, got this for $7. It is all pony beads. I mostly use pony beads when making the keychains. I like making little candy bracelets, so restocking on the pony beads was much needed. And there's a lot in here for $7. Oh my, let's not dump them all out right now. I can show you that in B-roll. But I got plenty of restock on my pink pony beads with that. Another thrifted piece. This scrub top has so many adorable little clowns on it. I thought they were so cute and I wanted to turn these into keychains as well. I was thinking that I'd cut out the little clowns in circles and then cut out the balloons individually and then have the keychains be extra dangly with the balloons hanging a little further down while the clowns are plushy squeaker keychains. I gotta get me some squeakers. And I'm not even worried if these don't sell. I know that I want one, and I know that one of my besties will want one too. Non-thrifted item. Wig grips. Because when I go to the convention at the end of this month, I'm cosplaying Grell, and he has a really long, heavy, thick wig. So I need some help keeping this on my head. These are the same kind of wig grips that I used for keeping my Fizzarali horns and headpiece on my head, because the velvet goes one direction, and then the item you're putting on top of it goes the other direction, and then they catch each other in the crosshairs, and neither item is able to scooch around as much once they've crossed over each other. Very helpful when running around in a cosplay selling all of these items. Another new toy. I got a new tripod. I have the two that my ring light and my camera are on right now. I also have this twisty little one that I normally perch precariously somewhere for filming my live streams. And then I have this one that came with my GoPro. However, it squeaks like crazy and I hate it. Not quality. Drives me bananas. So, we have this tripod and it It has a gooseneck to make it easier to film with my camera attached and have a top-down view of what I'm working on.
A goose!
I'm gonna have to put a weight on the bottom. It can't hold it up. Oh my gosh, come on. I was hoping for too much, wasn't I? Well, I got something. I can make it work. Along with that tripod, I got a new phone because I realized that my live streams were looking like this. Let me grab something. I'm putting apple juice in this one. It's empty. It's a screw top.
Hello, nice to meet you.
I will have apple juice to drink as the because I am not a fan of going unhealthy. I found another iron-on patch in the floor. I'm making a mess. Don't mind me. Therefore, I got a phone that has some pretty decent cameras going on here. It's still cheap because I honestly don't use my phone that much. The reason being, I do almost everything for my business on either my laptop or my iPad. I found that iPads simply run the apps that I need to use a lot better than any phone I've ever had access to. And this is also a new iPad. Just a couple weeks ago, my dog helped break the old one. Now I say helped because part of it was my responsibility, the other half he definitely helped. I was doing a photo shoot outside, allowing him to be outside with me so he could run around in the yard and play. However, instead of running around in the grass like he normally would, he thought it would be a great idea to run around on the cement where I was doing my photo shoot. With him running around the iPad, it knocked it slightly off balance, and then the longer it was off balance while I was still taking photos, it eventually fell over. And you can see in this picture, just before I threw him back inside because he was being obnoxious, the iPad was about to fall over. But I managed to get this one more picture before it tipped over and the screen cracked. I'm not much of a crier. I only cry maybe twice a year. I burst into tears. I felt like my life was over for a split second there because the thing that I use for my business on the regular was destroyed. Luckily, my income tax had just come in, and there was a $200 refurbished iPad, this one from 2019, on Best Buy's website. Also, I had a $100 credit at Best Buy left over from a different transaction. So when I went over there, I only had to spend about $75 on a new iPad for me because I turned in the busted iPad, got about 20 bucks, and then used my $100 credit. Got this absolutely fabulous, darling new iPad. But this is the old case. The kickstand is broken. So, the final thing that I got to update my small business. A new iPad case for this iPad. This is a shockproof case because I used to have a shockproof case all the time on my iPad, and that was a very smart idea. This case was gifted to me. Obviously didn't go over well. So I am now going back to the shockproof case. Also, I want a shockproof case for bringing this iPad to a convention so that I can hand my iPad to people so they can type in their social medias or anything else that they want to be able to contact me. And I don't always trust people to be gentle with my things. A shockproof case will be a great way to make sure my brand new iPad is not going to be obliterated while I'm at the con. Also, the largest majority of the stuff I got is either pink or some more recognizable color other than black because I want to know that those things are mine when I'm bringing stuff to a convention and everyone's items are getting mixed up. Because my personal brand is a bright magenta, and then Custom Creative Studios with our little wisp kitsune is a pastel pink because it is Sakura themed. And with the con coming up, Technically, everything is on pre-order on my website at the moment, but as soon as the con is over and I get more merch piled up and I can get it up on the website, we are totally ready to shop. I'm going to be making ears, tails, plenty of keychains and pins. I have some ideas for earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and even scarves. But we're going to put some stuff out slowly with this new shop update because my website needed an absolute overhaul. It was a hot mess. And while I don't really like the minimalistic version that I have right now, it does work better for business and makes navigation a lot easier for those who are new to visiting the website. And if you've watched this video all the way through, I greatly appreciate those watch hours. Thank you so much for sticking around. I love hanging out with all of you here on YouTube. Please visit my shop if you are interested in any of the items I mentioned. Again, everything is on pre-order at the moment, but more stuff is coming up soon. I will also be live streaming or at least putting up shorts and videos of the things that I am working on and making for my small businesses. Although if you don't feel like shopping, there is a free way to support my content, and it's those subs, comms, thumbs, and a ding. You can also support me on Ko-fi or Patreon if you don't feel like getting any of the little goodies, but I don't know why you wouldn't. Thank you again for hanging out, and welcome to the madness.